Hey Rhody, I'm Elise Major.
And I'm Jenna Kaplan, and this is Hey Rhody Weekly, where we bring the pages of our magazines to life.
This week we're talking more about who to watch.
We take you with us to try maybe the best ravioli in Rhode Island.
And we're going to talk about a new Gen Z trend that you might be doing already and you don't even know it.
All that and more coming up, so stay tuned.
So our January cover story is Who to Watch, and this week we're going to talk about two more of the Who to Watch class of 2025. Nick, want to tell us more about it?
Sure. So the two people that we're covering this week are Joanne Ayuso and Louise Bishop. Now, Joanne Ayuso is the founder and executive director of Movement Education Outdoors. Movement Education Outdoors is a nonprofit that encourages access and knowledge for the outdoors and the water for people who don't normally get that access. She provides programs and classes and outdoor activities for, I think, a lot of underprivileged youth, but also just kind of youth in the city. Gets them to the shoreline to learn more about the water. It isn't just like let's take a trip to the beach and everybody play in the water. It's more of engaging kids in learning about things like, I can just read something directly from here. Growing up in cities, she says, her relationship with the water was estranged. Because of that, she created MEO to provide urban and low-income youth with outdoor experiences. Her water programs let youth form connections to the worlds inside the ocean, especially through the sharing of knowledge about kelp and oysters. So it's not just have fun there, but also understand what it is, how it can provide food, how you can get that food, how important clean water and clean soil is. These programs are incredible. She is a relatively new nonprofit, and as such is always looking for funding. And you can read more about that in the magazine. And then our second person today is Louise Bishop.
Louise has really been a visionary for South County tourism because, we all know that people from all over the place flock to South County for the beaches, but she's also creating different tourism experiences where people will want to come for other things besides the beach and also all year long. Like she did the Thomas Dambo Trolls, which is exciting for Rhode Island, but from a larger perspective, now they're going to be part of like international troll trail. So she's really helping to put Rhode Island on a much bigger map than just local or statewide or even national tourism. And she's not done yet. She's got other ideas of things that are coming up too.
Yeah, and she's, like you said, she's not just highlighting the natural beauty of South County, which you may not think about it this way, but being the president of the South County Tourism Council is kind of a big deal because, we have three major areas. There's quite a bit of tourism that goes to Providence for, things that you would normally do in the city, shows and events and expos, and even for Waterfire, people will come for that. And then we, of course, have Newport with their festivals. But aside from that, South County is huge. It's where most of our coastline is. There's a lot of our natural beauty. And I think tourism accounted for the third highest revenue driver in Rhode Island last year. So it's a really important thing. And I think she's doing a great job. And she will hopefully be another person that you'll get to meet if you find your way down to our Who to Watch event at Track 15 in April. We're going to start with the ravioli al pomodoro, which is Venice famous ravioli in their own marinara sauce. And it looks great.
It smells great.
That is one thing with Italian food is like you walk in and you're like, oh, this is an Italian food place.
Oh, 100%.
You can smell it. It's incredible.
This is like one of the only places, so my mom's 100% Italian.
Mm-hmm.
If I I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go out with friends to like, say like Olive Garden, like just like a generic. She's like, that's like,
She's
no,
like, "Don't do that.
absolutely
Don't
not.
do
You're
that."
staying home. But like with Venda, she's like, oh, okay, like
She's like, yeah, that'll be
that's
okay.
good.
Let's give it a shot.
Are you happy I'm not making blind taste test?
Yeah. Oh, I should have made you do it this time.
The shrimp one.
That would have been
Yeah, the
very
shrimp
funny.
one. Not with all this red sauce.
The filling is like kind of perfectly spread through the whole thing,
Yeah.
and the pasta is still like al dente on
Yeah.
the outside, so you get like a good chew.
That's like a nice thickness.
Yeah, she likes it. Everything's dumb thick to Jen.
Pesto is still on my mind, that baby penguin. Okay.
I grew up, my dad's side of the family is very Italian. And I grew up with like my grandfather making like everything from scratch.
Yeah.
So like you can really tell the difference when you're someplace that is famous for their Italian food because it like actually tastes like homemade food.
Homemade, yeah.
Rhode Islanders, is your home ready for winter? Rhode Island Energy is offering no-cost home energy assessments to help you prepare for the cold months ahead. In just 2 hours, an expert energy specialist will evaluate your home. In addition to personalized energy efficiency recommendations, you may receive no-cost energy-saving devices like thermostats, up to 100% off approved insulation upgrades, no-cost air sealing to eliminate drafts, big rebates on high-efficiency heating equipment, or 0% financing options for improvements. Start saving energy and money before winter comes. Call 1-888-633-7947 to schedule your no-cost home energy assessment. Visit rienergy.com/save-at-home to learn more, or go to the link in our description.
Hey Jenna, what did you do over the weekend?
Well, Elise, this weekend, like many others, I spent doing a little, self-care, and I might have spent a day bed rotting.
Bed rotting.
Bed rotting.
Tell us what this is.
So what it is, it's a term that basically came out of with Gen Z. So what it is it's just like for extended periods of time, just kind of like laying in bed, decompressing. Like, it's very nice. I don't do it like all the time.
Yeah.
But you know those days where you're like, oh, I can lay in bed all day and like not do anything?
I think I'm more of a couch rotter.
Yeah.
I can like build a whole nest around my couch. I don't love staying on my bed all day though.
Yeah. Well, so see, that's your self-care. So it doesn't have to be in the bed. It can also be on the couch, like wherever you like to rot, wherever you're comfy.
I love that somebody found a way to twist being lazy into being like, this is for self-care.
And I love it, okay?
It's counterintuitive to everything they tell you about health and wellness. They're like, get up, don't lay in bed, don't keep your phone near you. And the bed rotting, which first of all has a branding problem, the bed rotting movement like circles around like staying in bed, having a nice place to charge your phone right next to you so it doesn't run out of battery. And like, it's just so counterintuitive. I find it wild.
Well, I love that when we were first talking about this idea that Nick and I both got a mental picture of the grandparents from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, just living in there.
Living in their beds constantly.
Or those like old stop smoking ads. Remember where the kid just like deflated into the couch?
Well, that's what I did this weekend, okay?
What do you like? What is your favorite thing? Like, are you like, I have my, snacks, remote, like, is there a whole little thing? Or are you just like daydreaming or playing on your phone?
So what usually, like, gotta have cozy blankets, one thing. And then you know how they have the big, like, giant hydro flasks now?
Yeah.
Like, that's to help with bed rotting because you don't have to get up.
Well, so then do you have like a little bedpan as well? So you can just, or like put on some Pampers,
Surprisingly, no. Okay? But, I've been bed rotting since like before it became a trend.
Do you love that there's a name? You're like, this was what I love.
Yeah. I'm like, why didn't I think of this?
I mean, honestly, this is what I do all the time. I think it's just ridiculous. One, that somebody named it a wellness thing, but two, just the name is terrible.
Well, it's kind of
it's got a branding
though,
issue.
right? We were talking about it.
Yeah, there's doom scrolling and there's Bed rotting.
Like when I learned the term hygge, you know, the HYGGE, I felt like, oh my gosh, this is what I love to do.
What is that term?
That is just like the idea of being
Creating
cozy
cozy
in your
spaces.
home, like watching the snow with a cup of cocoa and not feeling guilty about it. That's one of the reasons I love winter so much.
Well, that's like pretty much the same concept as bed rotting.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
not,
rotting on the couch.
Yeah. Well,
Hey.
mostly I'm on the couch too. I'll rot wherever.
Whatever you have to do to decompress, I think is totally fine. I think that's the message that people are trying to get across, is that there's nothing wrong with just relaxing and decompressing and, you know, not trying to focus and be ultra prepared for everything. Like, just chill out for a minute.
Yeah. So, you know what, Nick? Don't yuck my yum. And bed rotting is in.
Let it rot. So this week we're going to talk
I
more.
wasn't looking.
Oh, sorry. And then turn. This week.
I'm giving you a chance to cut in.
What if I'm like, Jenna, what'd you do this weekend?
My bed rotted.
This week we're
I
talking.
wasn't looking.
Okay.